You say nerd out. We often mention the football nerds and the analytics that have really started to infiltrate the sport. When you say nerd out, does that mean just that, or does that mean, every possible situation that could come up? Because what we used to say was good situational football. And Mike, I know, is someone who's talked about that at length.
Right.
So is it blending new and old? What is that?
It's definitely a blend. It's not just numbers. It's not just typing things in on a computer, getting percentages and living by those percentages. It's when I say nerd out, we like to nerd out on what the good teams are doing around the league and what the good players are doing, the techniques that they're doing that we can show the team. We love to try and help our players through showing them what the better players and the good players around the league are doing, because there's no better teacher than a peer around the NFL that's doing it at a high level, and then they get to watch that and be like, oh, well, if it works for so-and-so, insert a name, it can work for me.
So I told him by Wednesday of the following game week, you've already watched every single game that has taken place in the National Football League the previous weekend, and Monday, Thursday, all that.
It depends on once we start getting buys, then yes. Otherwise, Wednesday it takes me Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday if it's a full week at the beginning of the season and the end of the season.
Do you sleep?
Do I sleep? I do sleep. Some of the coaches on our staff I don't think do. I don't know how they do it. I do sleep. But I just love football, and I love to watch around the league, and that's one of the things that helps us come up with plans.
Where does Mike get his energy? Everybody asks me, what's it like working with him? I said, he's insane. Man. He's never been late for one of my whether radio or TV meetings. I was late 3 minutes.
I was going to say you have been.
Me in my ass.
I know.
So I'm like, Mike, there was traffic on 140. I don't give a bleep. Get your ass here earlier. And I'm like, it's insane, and he's aware of everything.
That's one of the things that I think, and people are definitely catching on to it if they didn't know already, because he was a smart player, but he is very, very smart, and he can coach every position. He can contribute heavily in all three phases of the game plan, and then on game day he's able to recall things that an opponent did on film, and he's able to spit out a play that he might want based on the situation in all three phases. And I just think that his mind, it's unbelievable.
Do you have your fingers on the trigger for replay, right? Up top. He's relying on you and the guys up in the booth, everybody else. But it's mainly you, correct?
Yeah, so the finger on the trigger is probably a misnomer, but we have it's called Hawkeye, and we have a screen, and we're able to look at what the replay official in the booth couple down from us is looking at. So on every play, they're scrubbing different angles. It could be to look if the guy's knee was down for a first down. It could be to look if he made the catch, or it could just be to look if there was a penalty and to see exactly where the penalty was to get the correct enforcement. So every play they're scrubbing different angles to review and make sure that they're correct. Then I'm looking at that.
Okay.
And so two things. One, I can help quickly with penalty enforcement because that's my job to know penalties, but I can tell exactly where they threw the flag to be like, all right, we'll have 15 yards from this spot, so we'll have the ball at this spot. And then I can also, if it's a close play, I'm looking at the angles that they're looking at, and I can be like, hey, this angle's coming in, give me a sec, and it's all just a waiting game because I don't have the angles, the replay official does, so I'm at the mercy of what they're looking at.
Have you figured out what a catch is? Because I've been doing this 14 years. I still don't. I mean, I know by the law what is written what a catch is, but it changes every year.
The ones that are harder are when the guy's going to the ground and just the control while falling if the process wasn't complete. And then the one that's come up a lot this year, they go by phases of years, and this one has been a lot of pass versus fumble versus incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, when making those decisions as it relates to replay, or maybe even related to a 4th and short situation, or going for 1 or going for 2, is there an internal clock for you time-wise that you say we've got to come to this decision in 15 seconds or 17 seconds? Or do you ever feel sped up? Because I just can't imagine the pressure that sometimes you kind of feel in those spots to make that snap decision and do it quickly.
You're sped up when it is your opponent that say caught the pass and it's a very close judgment call because they'll be on the ball trying to get the next snap in.
Yeah.
If it was us and we're looking, they call it incomplete and we think maybe it was a catch, we've got the whole 40-second play clock. 4th down decisions, that's a whole different animal. And what people, I think, fail to realize is you don't make a 4th down decision after you get stopped on 3rd down. Like, by that point, it's too late. Like, the coordinator needs time. Everybody needs to be thinking ahead, so you just have to be a play or 2 ahead at all times.
When did you guys, I don't want to say privately, but you kind of knew, hey, we got a contender here, like we got a chance to be in this game? For me, it was the way you guys responded to Baltimore after the issue that you had with Buffalo. Had them on the ropes, they came back, but how was the team going to respond?
Yeah,
that was a big win in Baltimore, I thought.
Certainly, we've. I don't know, to answer your question. I can't believe I can believe we're here just because of the type of guys we have. We have smart guys who are great teammates. Same with the coaching staff.
They're likable.
They're all that's something that I've heard from our marketing team and our social media team is the fans love this team.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it obviously Drake I think is a budding star.
It's exciting.
But they're just a bunch of good guys on the team that love to be around each other, and they play really hard, and I think our fans respect that.
Did you study Drake before you got here? Did you watch some speeding up the film?
So I personally didn't play him, but the Rams, we came to Foxborough, and it was one of his first starts. I forget, maybe 3 or 4, and you could tell there was obviously a lot there. Talent-wise, composure-wise, nothing seemed to rattle him, and his mobility. So those things were definitely attractive.
How do you shorten a day like Super Bowl Sunday to make it more manageable for players? Because it's a long day, and it's a long game, and the long halftime, everything that goes into that.
What's cool is Vrabes has obviously played in this game 4 times, and it draws from his own experience, and he's been telling the guys this for a week and a day now, in terms of like your body is going to give off a bunch of energy the first couple plays. It's going to be as much mental as it is physical. He mentioned the halftime. He mentioned the pregame. All of the different
first to second.
Right, and so having his experience has been great, and him being able to give firsthand knowledge to the players has been cool.